Maureen Tara Nelson of MTN Matchmaking. It's not?
No. It says it right there.
Hi, I'm Maureen Tara Nelson of MTN Matchmaking, and this is the very beautiful and talented Stacy, and this is the very handsome, intelligent model Ryan with us today. Woohoo! And just in case anybody is wondering why I have makeup on, I do have makeup on. And we have, really, Ryan? You're going to do that on Facebook Live? Really? So anyway, yes, I do have makeup on. And we have very exciting news. But we are not going to do any spoiler alerts. We are just going to say how truly lucky and blessed and happy we are at MTN Matchmaking, and how I thank God every single day for what we get to do, and I thank God every single day for having Ryan working with his promotion full-time with us, and for having Stacy working full-time every single day, 7 days a week, around the clock. So thank you, everybody. Okay, so we are so jam-packed, and I want to get to the dating questions. Thank you, everybody, for being so kind in writing in these dating questions. Stacey, look at how weird my fake eyelashes look.
They don't look bad.
Oops, do you see that one? It's totally off. Oh my God. Do you see it?
Oh my God.
Do you see it? Thank God my interviews. Oh, I fixed it, I think, right? You know this?
No. Right.
Okay. Oh, Stacy? That's weird. Stacy, you're calling me from 2 different phones.
I'm keeping you on your toes there, Maureen.
Okay, well, that was frightening. Frightening, Stacy.
Where would I? I'm always with you.
I know. Okay. But Stacy calling me from 2 different phones scared the F out of me.
But now I can see, because I couldn't see before, because I was on where I have the makeup looks wonderful, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Love it.
I had a Skype with someone huge. That's all I'm going to say. Huge!
It is killing me to hold it back and not say anything.
No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Wait, now I got to fix this. And now, but I do have something you said today.
Yes, which I have to say, people do not be upset with me, but this has to be extremely short and sweet, because you have something major that you have to attend to shortly. I can't get into details.
Okay, but at 4 o'clock, because we have a 3, Ryan and I, so 4 o'clock, okay?
Okay, fine.
Okay, so, do you see on your end the people and stuff?
I'm here.
Do you see the people joining on your end?
Is it public?
Oh, yeah, there you are. How come you just popped up now?
Because I had to switch over phones before I could get on.
Okay. Okie dokes. All right, so let's go to the questions. Ryan, the first dating question someone texted or emailed.
What's the worst type of client?
You got to project.
What's the worst type of client you could have?
Oh, I know. Maureen, we have to get buzzers.
Yes, no, we're both going to answer this. Let's both answer this question just to see Because
Yes.
what I might think the worst type of client to work with might be different than what you think. So
Right.
you
of
go
course.
first. So what was the question? Who's the worst type of client?
Mhm.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. I would say closed-minded.
Well, give an example more.
Okay, so we have a lot of clients that come in and of course, during the screening process, lead us to believe that they're going to be very open-minded and take our advice. And then once they become clients, they go back a little bit more to the narrow-mindedness as far as, particulars on the height or being very particular in what they're looking and not sticking to the 5 must-haves that we discussed. And that's where it becomes harder for us to do our job, which makes it, to me, the worst type of client, because obviously my job is to try to help make everyone successful, alongside you. So when they kind of get in their own way and not take our advice, that's when it becomes a problem, for me, at least.
What's your phone?
Okay. So to me, again, it was the hardest type of client to work for. Is that it? Is that what it is?
Yes, I believe
Same
that's what
thing.
it said.
No, you're moving.
Right? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. We're just crazy busy, happy. Okay, so the hardest type of client that I've had to work with is someone that thinks that I obviously always have the best intentions for that client, and I know what it's going to take to make that client successful, but for one reason or another, that client thinks he or she knows better. Okay, so he or she knows better than what my advice is, and therefore won't take my advice. So then that person is not doing what the screening process is and being positive. Because if you remember, part of our screening process to be successful is to be positive. So once a client becomes negative, it only happens every once in a while, okay? But obviously sometimes it happens. So Stacey, wouldn't you agree if someone eventually, hey Maureen, thanks for joining in. We're just talking about who is the hardest client or the hardest person to make successful. Oh, thank you. No, I didn't get my hair cut. I got my makeup done for the thing, and I just finished up with my interview. It was exciting. It was really exciting. So,
Yes, I 100% agree. I think we're almost saying the same thing.
Yes.
Because when someone is not open-minded or not willing to take our advice, or your advice especially, it makes your job and our job harder.
Yes. So
I mean, it
a person has to be realistic. Oh, God, my eyelashes are coming off. So someone has to say, well, they did look beautiful before, but now they're coming off. Okay, Rye, what is the next question?
The next question
Good.
is,
My
what's the worst type of client? What's the reason why you would kick somebody out?
Oh, what's what?
What's a reason why you would kick somebody out of your office during a consultation?
Oh, okay.
Done it.
I've done it a million times. All right, if someone is narcissistic, if a guy is narcissistic, if a woman is narcissistic, if I'm gonna get really comfortable because I just had a really, really big interview that I'm excited about. If a woman becomes a bitch, and sometimes they do. I mean, you would think someone would be on their best behavior coming in and meeting a matchmaker. I mean,
Well, just think, my God, that might be their best behavior. That's even scarier.
that's frightening. So if someone comes in and that's their best behavior, it's a damn good thing we're kicking them out. So,
oh my God, the best story I have.
Yeah. Tell us.
A woman came in once, and a young girl, I would say. I mean, like probably like in her, she was probably like late 30s, early 40s, and her ex-husband was a plastic surgeon. And she just was like, I need a man that makes X amount of money and blah, 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 blah. And it was like, okay, well, what do you have to offer? And it was like she had like no job. She was not financially stable and thought she was like the best thing that ever to hit like
the best thing since sliced bread. My mentor used to say that, and it used to like drive me crazy, that saying.
Oh my gosh! And I thought to myself,
God, I look gross.
This is so not what we're about.
Hope I didn't look this gross on my interview. Go ahead, what?
No, and it was just that she thought, I don't know whether because of who her ex-husband was,
yeah,
the lifestyle she was used
it doesn't matter. Look, 20 years ago, I don't care what you were like 20 years ago, okay? That means nothing. It matters now what you are now. So if you were, look, we were all hot. I was hot 20 years ago, okay? I was hot 20 years ago.
Right, but the fact was that she had nothing else to offer except for she was a pretty face, and our clients are not only beautiful, but are substance. So that's why she just was not even close to what we would consider taking into the program, and it was her delivering of it. It was just the whole attitude and aura that went along.
So if you're a nice, decent person, you're not going to get kicked out. You have to be, our screening process is, you have to be a nice, decent, quality, positive person, emotionally stable, financially stable, and looking for a committed relationship. Oh, and don't be a bitch. Don't be narcissistic. Don't be an asshole.
Don't be a time waster. Don't come in to make an appointment so you're not even sure if you think you like you're ready to find love.
Right.
Don't be wasting time.
If you're not fucking ready, then go on the internet. Okay? Because no one's ready on the internet. Go and have men have sex with you, lie to you, and waste the most valuable years that you have, but then don't be coming back to us trying to regain those years. We can't do it, okay? We can't do it. Stacey, quick question though. When I had that interview at 4 o'clock, do I have to do Skype with the guy? Or a phone?
No, it is a phone conversation. I will have to jump off well before that. Well, I know you have the 3 because I have to get back in touch with him in another major network, another major thing that I need to reach back out to confirm for you for tomorrow.
Oh, so wait, we have something tomorrow, and it's a TV thing. Do you know that?
What
Melissa? Do you know about that?
I don't. What time? So I know when to set. This is something.
It's on the calendar. It's on the calendar. Okay. Next question.
Next questions quickly.
We love virtual dating, by the way. Our clients are having so much fun virtual dating. If you're single and you want the easiest way to meet someone really cool, we got it. Okay.
Right.
We have the best of the best singles. Go ahead.
And they're still. Our clients are we still stand behind the screening process, which is
and the compatibility analysis. So,
who's harder to match, older or younger?
Older, definitely.
Why?
Okay, because when someone is younger, they understand when I'm saying, okay, if you do this, this will happen. When someone is older, and I say, if you do this, this will happen, they'll say, no, it doesn't. Because, no, not with me. Because on the outside world, I can go 10 years younger. A guy on Match.com told me I look 20 years younger.
Oh my God.
Then I'll say, did you have sex with him? Yeah. Did he call you after that? No. Okay. Guys on the internet will have sex with anybody. They don't care if you're 90. They'll have sex with you, and it's called they turn the lights off. They turn the lights off. So if you're older, that makes it harder. But that doesn't mean if you're older, we can't help you. It just means you just can't pull that shit that you know better than your matchmakers, because we know better than you. We've been doing this 20 years. 20 years. So we're going to be able to tell you what you can expect. And it's not what you've been going through on the outside world. What you've been going through on the outside world is not real. The internet is not real. It's men that are looking for sex, and men can have sex with a big doll, a big Barbie doll,
Other hand.
or their hand. Okay, I didn't say that. Someone said that.
Next question.
Guys can have sex with their hand or anyone, okay? So that doesn't cut it here. So if you're older and if you're coming into us, just know I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm going to tell you what it takes to be successful. So just know it comes from the heart. And Stacy's going to do the same thing. So just take our advice. Stacy, what do you have to add to that?
Wow. Let's see. What do I have to add to that? Yes, I think that it's a little harder to match as they get older, because I think that their list of demands seem to be longer as well.
Which it shouldn't. The older you get, the less you should be asking for.
Which is, for some reason, people that are older tend to overuse the word settling. And so I go into my whole speech about settling over compromising. And
which is a blog, by the way. Look at our blog on the website.
I have to hear, that's not my general type. Well, your general type hasn't seemed to be working out for you.
Your general type is dead. Sorry, just joking.
No.
I'm joking.
No. All jokes aside, is that your general type hasn't been working out for you, because that's why you suck. You were seeking out someone else to guide you in this journey of finding love.
That was so bad.
So let us do our job.
Oh God, that was so bad.
And let us tell you the type of who you really need, not just what you think you need.
Right.
That's the challenges of working with people that are a little bit older.
Yes. Okay, next question.
Okay, last question.
Ooh, last question. This better be a good one, and our answers have to be really good.
It better be. And right on time, Ryan.
How do you deal with the haters?
Okay. Well, seriously? And that's it? That's the only question? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in any...
mean things about you. How do you deal with that?
Okay. So, years ago, 20 years ago when I first got into this industry, I wanted everyone to like me because I knew how hard I worked. I loved what I did so much. And we worked for a company that we were able to hear the interviews. I won't say the name of the company. Okay. So I remember the first incident that I had an interview with a girl, and I was really nice to her, and she was really nice to me, and things were going great. And usually at that point, if the person had the money to do the program, they would say, okay, I'll pick this program. Now, again, this is before I started working for myself. I work for myself for a reason. I will, after 5 years of working for other people, there's no way I could have continued that. So anyway, I wanted and needed everyone to like me because I worked so hard. So the girl didn't have the money. So instead of her just being honest, she said, can I call my friend? So she picks up, and I said, I'll give you privacy. So I go into my boss's office, and he turns on the monitor to hear what she's saying. And I said, well, she did say she wanted privacy in talking to her friend. again, not my company, and I'm not going to say who it was. The girl said, quoting, "I can't believe this girl," about me. "She expects me to pay this much money. I can't believe that she is such a bitch asking me, expecting me to pay this much money. What a bitch." And literally I cried because I just started in the industry too. I cried in front of my boss, and he got so mad. He wanted to just go in and kick her ass out for making me so upset. And again, it was because the girl didn't have the money, and she couldn't be a kind person and just admit that she didn't have the money. Instead, she had to say something mean and say that about me. So he said, "Go in there and kick her ass out for what she said to you." So I had to wipe away my tears, go in there, and right away she said, I can't do the program. And I said, "You're right. You're not doing the program. You have to go." And I walked her to the door. And, that made me feel good. But then when I got back into the office, my boss said, "You were way too nice to her. She was so mean to you." And I was still crying then. He goes, "Why weren't you really a bitch to her?" And I said, "Because that's not who I am." Now, 20 years later, I have learned not to put up with people that are mean, because I work way too hard and I love what I do so much that I will not allow anyone that works for me to be treated like that. And I will not allow anyone to treat me like that. So there are people that are haters. And what I've learned over the years is it's never about us. For example, there are some things that I have read, and they're total lies. Total lies. And there's a case. Stacey, you interviewed a girl. She was very, very overweight. She had very bad hair. She had a very bad emotional, this is in Long Island, okay? She had a very bad experience emotionally from someone with her body. I won't say her name, obviously.
Okay.
And then you moved to Florida. Now, I would not have taken her, okay? So you moved to Florida at that point. Stacey's still with us, obviously, because Stacey's amazing. So
Thank you.
then this girl turned out to be a horror.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And then at events, she was horrible. All she did was say how horrible the program was because every guy said no to her. I would not have taken her on, not because she was heavy.
It's super clear.
Right.
I mean,
Again, not because she was heavy. I've made many clients heavy successful. Not because she had the worst hair that came out to here. Because she had that issue, body, like someone did something, I guess, to her that made her nuts that she projected onto us. So I saw that instantly. I would not have taken her because I would have foreseen her doing that. So, but she was a client from Stacey. So I did my best. Again, I brought her in to meet with me at the events. She was not part of the events program. She came anyway. She was supposed to pay a fee. She wouldn't pay the fee. She made a scene. She went up to every single person, said how horrible this was. Now, everyone looked at her and said, okay, everyone looked at her and they're like, oh, why is she here? Who made her a client? And at that point, I'm like, Stacey. She then tried to cause so much trouble by finding anyone that was hard to match, saying this program sucks. Now, we have thousands of success stories, thousands. The program works. If you have an issue that you're not dealing with, and you shouldn't have been taking that on in the first place, it's not going to work, okay? So that person's time expired, and she then said a bunch of lies publicly. Obviously, I could have sued her. My attorney, every business has an attorney. He's like, all right, you got to sue her. This is ridiculous. This is not true. This is not true. This is not true. This is not true. I thought, if I was that girl, imagine how bad her life is that she has to do this to me, who I've done nothing. I didn't even sign her up. So if she has to lie and say all these horrific, mean things about me, imagine what she's feeling about herself. Because that's what I learned as a pharmaceutical rep. It's never about the person. It's about how they feel about themselves. So that's the hardest person, and that's why you can't make everyone happy. I've learned if someone is a miserable person, not everyone's going to like you, and it has nothing to do with you, and it's sad. But now, as a business owner, I won't accept them because they need to be fixed. They need to go to therapy. I've said that probably hundreds of times to people. Look, I'm sure you're a nice person, but you're not ready yet. You have these issues. I see them. I've learned about them as a pharmaceutical rep. Would you like a referral to a therapist so you can discuss this? Because the way you are now, I won't be able to make you successful. So this has happened, that person, it's still out there, the lies that she said, but it has actually helped us because so many people have come in and they've said, oh my God, I read those lies and the person's crazy. So people can see through that nonsense. So what would it have done if I would have said something really bad back? I would have looked bad. And I can't make someone crazy not crazy. And once someone puts something out there, it's out there. So I feel bad for that person, and I actually pray for that person. And Stacey, you said you know right away who that person is. That person is still single. I know someone who knows that person. The person has a even sadder life now. So I pray for that person that somehow, somewhere, she's going to not only be able to find love, but get help that she needs and have a happy life, because everyone deserves a happy life. Not everyone was born with happy things or a happy upbringing, and it's sad. It is sad. But if you join MTN Matchmaking, the bottom line is we do not accept everyone, and we can't. I know not everyone is a nice person. I don't take it personally anymore after 20 years. I know we can't make everyone happy. I know not everyone is going to like me because I'm always going to tell the facts and the truth. But I do love every one of our clients. Even if say for example, I had someone that said something mean to us like a month ago, Stacey, remember? And I wrote back, I'm like, wow, I'm surprised because I love you. And she wrote back and she explained why she said it. Had nothing to do with us. She just had a really bad thing happen to her. So all of our clients that we have now, we love them. So anything you'd like to add before we go?
No, I think that was perfect.
Okay. So again, we will see you all on Facebook Live Friday, and send in your dating questions. And remember, this is all about love, spreading love. And if you're lonely, send in dating questions. We'll answer them before Friday, okay? And we might not be able to help everyone as far as being a client. You don't have to be a client for us to help you find love. We'll help you find love just through Facebook Live if we can, or we'll answer your dating questions as best as we can because we're in this business just to help people. That's it. So spread love, everybody. Everyone be safe and be well during the pandemic. And we love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.